Now this is $3,500 coffee roaster. Should you buy it? Yes and no. I will discuss it from yes. What's the reason for yes? Buy it. Yes, you should buy a coffee roaster if you want to save money, but not this type of coffee roaster because this is very expensive. Yes, coffee roasting is not cheap at all. $3,500 is very steep price for a coffee equipment. Alright, I might say coffee roaster machine is the most expensive coffee gear you can buy. $3,500 is not bad at all. Okay, you might say, oh, Malconic is more expensive than this coffee roaster. Yes, it is because this coffee roaster is custom made, okay, by the shop locally made here. But if you buy a coffee roaster from the non-brands like Probat, like Loring or etc., you might spend like much more from this kind of range of price. Am I right? Remember, when you buy a coffee roasting for saving money, ROI for this investment is very long. How many years you will return to investment that you need? Remember that R&D in coffee roasting is very time consuming and consume so much money. Do you willing to waste like 10 kilo or 100 kilos of coffee for R&D? You know, like failure. That coffee must taste so bad, baked and flat and etc. You will learn it the hard way. The second reason is the most important reason for me, at least, is to make money. If you can roast your own coffee, you can make money for it, obviously. If you want to make money from coffee roasting, you should buy a commercial grade coffee roaster just like this. This is 5 kilogram stainless steel 5mm stainless steel drum coffee roaster. Okay, this is semi-open drum coffee roaster. This is good for commercial use. Okay, but if you buy a shop roaster for your commercial use, it's not fit the case, you know. But the capacity does matter. This is 5 kilogram. If I want to roast like 20 kilogram, I just need like 4 times cycle coffee roasting. It's easy. Okay, and it's fast. But if you want to roast your coffee for your own, I will suggest you to buy a shop roaster or a very small sample roaster. And the third reason to buy a coffee roaster is just curious. Okay, I know you're curious about roasting coffee, but hear me out. If you just want to learn this rabbit hole of coffee roasting, just buy a sample roaster, like maximum 500 gram of coffee roaster. Okay, 500 gram drum coffee roaster. If you have learned the coffee roasting technique and down the rabbit hole of coffee roasting, you will appreciate how much efforts you put to make a good coffee good. Oh no, a skilled barista will make coffee good. No, you can't make a trash coffee and give it to like professional barista and make it a good coffee, you know. Trash coffee will make a trash coffee, okay? Remember that you have to source the good coffee from the farmer itself, okay? You want to go to coffee farmer and you want to sort the coffee and you want to grade the coffee and you want to laser sort it in some ways if you have the laser sorter, and you know, take the first grade of coffee, or if you could afford it, just buy a specialty grade coffee and roast your own. If you have a specialty grade coffee to roast on your own, even if you fail, it will still drinkable, or maybe it's just a little bit baked or flat, but it is still enjoyable. But if you have a very cheap commercially grade coffee, even if you have like $100,000 coffee roaster, it will not turn the coffee great. Okay, remember, good coffee is good coffee. So now I'm telling you why not to buy a coffee roaster, because you know, coffee roaster is expensive and you have to install it properly. You have to have a good amount of room in your house to install it. Okay, if you have a small house, you might not want to buy a coffee roaster at all. Okay, you have to have a good circulation of air in your coffee roasting room, like this one. You see the duct pipe for the exhaust? Yes, you should consider it how it's placed in your coffee roasting room. There is so much thing to consider first before buying coffee roaster. So you know the easier way to get your fresh coffee is just buy from your own local coffee roaster. Support your local coffee roaster. Okay? So you might ask, Mr. HAEKAL, so you're saying that you want to teach us how to roast coffee. What an audacity you have. Why should I hear from you? Okay, first of all, I'm not the best coffee roaster in town, alright? I'm telling you, but people around me is a very known people in coffee industry in here in Indonesia. Doesn't mean I'm the best roaster here, okay? Doesn't mean if I'm telling you, I'm teaching you how to roast coffee, I'm the best coffee roaster in Indonesia. No, not at all. My aunt is coffee trader, okay, and my mentor is coffee exporter. I learn from them. Doesn't mean my skill set is equal to them. Doesn't mean I'm the master of coffee roasting, but I will simplify what I have learned and I will share it to you guys so you could learn coffee roasting in the right lane, so you don't have to waste like 10 kilos of coffee from your research and development, okay, R&D. Okay, I will tell you the coffee roasting my way, my simplified way. Stay tuned in the next episode.